Well, look, it's always a massive series. India versus England. The old rivals. India have played some very, very good cricket recently. Of course, England have also played some decent cricket. But to me, this comes down to playing in England. That's where I think the Poms are the best. That's where England want to dominate. Obviously, they've been through a lot over the last 18 months with COVID. The crowds are back. This will be a massive series. 5 test matches will be huge.
Yep.
I've been really impressed with the World Test Championships. I think that it was a great event. We always talk about T20 cricket. We talk about 50 over cricket. There's always a World Cup for that. Why not Test cricket? We've seen it. Now it's out to the new stage. This goes back to the start again. This is the second option for other teams to sort of put their best foot forward. And it starts right now. So both India and England will want to make sure they could go out there with a big win. It's 5 test matches. This is their chance now to sort of really get some ground and put their best foot forward to try and be in that final. Oh, look, I think everyone knows I'm a big Kohli fan. I like the way he plays. I love the way he bats. I like his aggression. And when I say aggression, I always say controlled aggression, because people go, is he too much over the top? Well, I don't think he is. I think he's got the right aggression. I think he's got the right control. And for me, he's a great leader. Virat Kohli wants to lead from the front. He wants to score runs, and when he scores runs, his team does well. And I'll tell you what, he scores runs more often than not. So I'm looking forward to Kohli having a big series. He loves playing against England. He enjoys the culture of England. He respects, I guess, the game of cricket, where it started back in England. And he'll be looking forward to dominating against England. I can promise you that. Look, it could change. I think the thing when you talk about Pujara, he's got a beautiful technique. Loves to bat time. Everyone knows how much he loves to occupy the crease. And the thing with Pujara, the reason why he might not have a good record over in England is because the ball seams around a fair bit. So when you play that dead straight bat the whole time, that's fine on low, slow wickets. But then when you come to a wicket that's seaming and swinging a fair bit, that's obviously where the ball will move around. So can Pujara find a way to sort of counter those attacks? You think about, Stuart Broad, you think about Jimmy Anderson.
Yep.
The most successful fast bowlers probably in Test history will be up against, the number 3. So there's a lot of pressure on number 3. 1.3 billion people over in India, and he's got that number 3 position. I'm backing Pujara to have a good series. Look, I think what happens now is that even, we talk about Test cricket. Normally, you pick 11 players and that's your team for the next 5 to 6 years. But we understand now that the game has changed. We understand that there will be players that come and go. Injuries come and go as well. But when you talk about Sky, I'm a massive fan of him. He's got a great technique, beautiful temperament. Pretty sure he's a bit loose, but I love that. I love the fact he can go out. He's almost like a mini Saywag, goes out and just crunches the ball. So I say that if these guys get the opportunity, if they're ready to play, get them in the team. Don't hold them back. Get Pretty Sure in, get SKY in, get the boys in, pump them up, let them have a great series. It's very, very simple to answer this question. When you've got over 600 Test wickets, doesn't matter how old you are. I don't care if he's 39, I don't care if he's 33, 34, 49. Who cares? Jimmy Anderson is a legend. He's proven that. A guy that can swing the ball both ways. But also the thing about Jimmy Anderson, what impressed me throughout my career, and I had the chance to play against him a number of times, is his temperament. The way that he just puts the ball a bit like what McGrath did, but swung the ball both ways. But his longevity, he's been around for so many years. As I mentioned, over 600 Test wickets. He will go down as probably the greatest fast bowler ever to play the game of Test cricket. Yeah, I think that's a good point. It is a very interesting mix because, when you talk about squads, people say, they're either too old or they're too young. Now with England, they've got that right balance. They've got that experience. Guys are in their 30s plus, 39, as you mentioned, Jimmy Anderson. Guys in their 33, 35, 37s. But also, too, you've got some guys in their early 20s. So you've got that wealth of experience and knowledge, but also that young generation coming through, which will then take the mantle of those older players when they, look to sort of move on from Test cricket. So you've got the experience plus the youth, the energy. It's a great combination. Don't back against England, I can promise you, because they will come out firing on their home soil. They love playing against India. This is going to be a massive series. When you talk about KL Rahul, he's been around a long time now. He understands the conditions. He's done well when he's been given the opportunity. There's times he's missed out, but I believe this is KL Rahul's last opportunity. Give him a go in England, and he won't let India down. What a great batsman. Beautiful technique. Loves hitting the ball through the covers. And when you talk about playing in the V, this is where you have to be able to dominate as a player. Certainly as a batsman in Test cricket in England, you've got to play straight. Those guys who play straight get runs. KL Rahul plays straight. Lock him in. He should get some runs.